Welcome back to Pisces Moon. This is Pisces Moon here. We are doing a pick a card today. Our pick a card is going to be about who is right or wrong in the situation that you're currently dealing with. Okay, so we have three different piles that we're going to do, or three different groups that we're going to talk about today. And so take a moment and focus on these groups and we'll see who is right or wrong. So we're going to start with this group here. All right, let's see here. Who's right or wrong? Are you wrong in this situation? I feel like no, you are not wrong to feel the way that you feel in this situation. You had a Nine of Wands here. The Nine of Wands talks a lot about being on guard, or feeling as though, like, you know, you have to stand up for yourself, or you have to be on defense. I feel like you're doing it for the right reasons. I feel like somebody took advantage of your kindness. Somebody took advantage of your sweetness. Somebody could have thought, oh, well, she's somebody might have thought that you were a little bit naive, maybe because you're very feminine, the way you dress. Yes, you're very feminine, the way you dress. I feel like you like nice things. So somebody could have thought that maybe you were a little bit bougie. And I feel like at first you might have let your guard down with this person, but I feel like now you've kind of switched things up. They're a little bit upset about that, or they're feeling as though like you're acting like you're better than them. But in reality, I do feel like you're better, honestly. You got the Eight of Cups and the Three of Wands here. So you might have left this situation, or you're planning to leave. Maybe this person is trying to stop you from leaving. Maybe this person is trying to promise you nicer things or better things. They know that you're a stickler for a gift. You're a stickler for a trip, some jewelry, whatever it is. And so I feel like this person may be trying to kind of, I don't want to say finesse in a way, but I feel like they're trying to do whatever they feel they need to do to get back in your good graces. Whether that's, begging you not to leave, or trying to say things, trying to convince you, trying to let you know that it's not the smart option to do this. But I feel like you are the one, you're the prize, right? I feel like in reality, this person tried to act like you needed them, but now it's coming out really they need you more than you need them. So you're not wrong for feeling a little bit. Look, you got the King of Wands on one end, you got the King of Swords on the other end. So I feel like too, like this person may feel as though like they were acting out of ego, with the King of Wands being with the Eight of Cups, or right now they're acting out of ego by trying to get you to stay. I feel like maybe like if somebody was going to be the person for you, maybe you want somebody who's not as grandiose as the King of Wands. You want someone that is the King of Swords, right? So this could be two different energies here that are competing with you. The Strength and the King of Wands kind of resemble each other because that's Leo energy here, and then of course this is fire sign energy. So maybe the person you're dealing with, you're a little bit skeptical about the way that they're coming in, and you're trying to figure out, am I in the wrong for not trusting you? Am I in the wrong for kind of like not giving you a second chance? I feel like no, you're not in the wrong. Now somebody could be in your ear, so just be mindful of that. Be mindful of gossip. Be mindful of going to your friends for advice. Don't allow them to lay it on any thicker. Okay, I feel like right now you're in the right, but with that Page of Swords there, don't get petty, don't get messy. Okay, yeah, don't get petty, don't get messy. Stay above I don't want to say above the bullshit, you know what I'm saying, but just kind of take a lighter, more angelic approach to the situation. Keep your wits about you, because I feel like this person is going to kind of maybe start to try to do some low blows. Maybe they're going to start to promise you some things, or even they could like try to like make you jealous, or make you try to be nosy towards them or whatever, or trying to like trigger you to get you outside of your body, to get you to like start sneaking around on them and trying to figure out what it is that they got going on, with the Hermit falling on top of that thing right here. So what's this Ten of Pentacles here? I think too, like you're thinking more long term. I feel like you've told this person exactly what it is that you want out of a relationship, out of life. And I feel like they don't ever want to give it to you until you're about to walk out the door. And so now you're skeptical about this new offer that they're giving you, because you're like, every time you always wait until things get shitty, until I'm really, feeling myself. I'm in my growth. I'm in my prime. They could be like, no, you're letting your friends get in your head. You're letting things get in your head, shit like that. And you're like, no, I know what's up. So let's see here. Is the decision that you're going to make the right decision? Yes or no? I feel like, ooh, we got color her. I feel like, yes, it is the right decision. You got the High Priestess here. You're listening to your intuition. You're doing what you feel called to. You might have had a dream about this. You might have had a day vision or something like that about this. But I definitely think that you're moving on. Look, my Big Papa Yes card. So yes, 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 yes. Whatever decision that you've made about this situation, I think you're perfectly in the right. And I feel like you know what you're doing moving forward. Let's see what's to come next after you make this decision that you are planning on making. You got the Judgment here. I feel like what's going to come next is you're going to be able to get exactly what it is that you need. I feel like you're going to be more connected to the divine. I feel like the blessings are going to start rolling in. I feel like you're going to feel like God's favorite, and I feel like you're going to flourish. You're going to prosper, and everything is going to be perfectly fine. That person still is going to be trying to come back towards you. You could have a new person trying to come towards you as well. But if this isn't necessarily about a relationship, but I feel like it is more about a relationship, I feel like just in general, people are going to not take you for granted anymore. I feel like you've been in a contemplative state. You have had to always be the one who, be the bigger person and look at it from the brighter side or things like that, whatever. And I feel like no more. I feel like these people who kind of put you in those positions are going to be getting their justice. Ooh, with the devil here. So just be mindful that people will try to manipulate you along the way. You'll get those tests to see if you're really sticking to your guns, if you're really going to listen to judgment, because the judgment fall on top of the devil. So, the devil's always going to test to see, like, are you faithful to your higher ups or whoever it is that you pray to, God, your ancestors, your angels. Look at that, Temperance. But I feel like you know who it is, what it is, and I feel like you're making the right choice by moving on from this person and looking like, even if you're not moving on from this person, but just kind of requiring more to get you out of your body. I feel like you're not moving for nothing that ain't really given. If it's not something tangible, something that they got in their hand and they're not outside your window, do you hear me? Like, hey, I got this for you, wake up. Then I feel like I'm good on it. I'm sleep on it. So I don't feel like you are in the wrong in this case. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, we got our second group here. This is a sacral chakra crystal. Okay, you have the Knight of Swords. I do feel like you may be being a little bit rash with your judgment, or you could be jumping to conclusions just a little bit, okay? I feel like you may be judging a book by its cover. I have to say that, okay? I hate to say it, my subscribers, but you may be a little bit wrong in this situation. I feel like you kind of don't know everything yet. I feel like you just have the first piece of it, or the first piece of information, or perhaps there's just more to this journey. Okay, so if you see here, she's kind of leaping, somebody's behind her, they're like up there watching. I feel like you think that this is your intuition that's coming through, but this could be a little bit of your fears, or this could be like a little bit of your flesh-based tendencies, right? Look, you got the Two of Wands here.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a minute. You got the Two of Wands here, so I feel like I think that you kind of are trying to, you could be a tarot reader, you could be a psychic, you could go to a lot of tarot readings, and I feel like here's the thing, okay? If you have gotten a tarot reading about something, because you see that crystal ball and both those things, if you've gotten a tarot reading, don't allow it to change the way that you would normally be, right? So if you feel like you heard you listened to a general reading and they were like, oh, this person's cheating on you, your person's cheating on you, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think your person loves you. I think you're in a good relationship. No, move. I think you're in a good relationship, and I feel like you kind of are looking for a problem. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill, okay? Don't take an inch and go for a mile. You got the Eight of Pentacles here. Yeah, I think you're going to drive yourself crazy. I feel like if you're super worried about your relationship, or if you're super worried about your friends gossiping about you, or just something negative coming. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I feel like you could be letting like the trickery of life kind of like influence what it is that's really going on, okay? Yeah, I think you can trust this person. Take a leap of faith, okay? But take a leap of faith towards the relationship or towards something stable. Don't take a leap of, you see the difference here? Take a leap of faith towards the Four of Wands. Don't take a leap of faith towards what someone said may happen, okay? Tarot is fluid. Things change. Every reading may not resonate for you, okay? So don't wait till you see the proof, okay? Don't make assumptions. And also with that Two of Wands here, I feel like don't expect the worst. Expect the best. Try to bring that energy towards you, okay? You got the Two of Pentacles here. Be open to things changing. Be open to seeing things in different lights. You got a lot of twos here. You got eights and fours, so a lot of doubles. So I feel like there's two sides to every story, right, in this case. And I feel like the side that you're on, unfortunately, you might need to let go. I feel like you could be getting triggered from past relationships, past people, or just like people in general. Like, I don't know. Make sure that you really see the proof in the pudding. That's all I can say. Like, I just feel like don't allow these thoughts or these people. I just really feel like maybe you listen to something that kind of threw you off. You got justice here. So I feel like this person knows about karma. This person doesn't want to give you bad karma. You got the Empress coming out. I got to cover her real quick. This person values you. You're very highly, in this person's mind, like they know that you're kind of like I don't want to say stepping on the wild side, but they know that you're taking a leap of faith. They know that normally you're nice and comfy and things like this, but you're meeting them where they're at. And they really appreciate that. Okay. This person's going to do right by you. Okay. And if this person hasn't in the past done right by you, then I feel like this is just spirit saying, like, in general, life is going to do right by you. Somebody is going to come through and make sure you have what it is that you need. Okay. You got the Knight of Wands here. So I do think that your hard work will pay off. Your dedication will pay off. This is all not for anything. Okay. So I hate to say it, but you might be a little bit wrong in this situation. I feel like you may be listening to the wrong people or the wrong readers or your friends, or just in general, maybe you got some wrong information and you were running in it, but you need to go back and just kind of like verify that information and make sure it's somebody that you can trust. I feel like, I'm telling you, somebody brought you some shit that I don't think that it was right. I don't think it was right. I don't think you should have took the advice. I don't think you should have listened to that reading or whatever it is. Okay. So in this situation, I can say that you may be kind of wrong. Okay. Or you may just be jumping to conclusions, or you need a little bit more proof in the pudding. Yeah. You jump into conclusions for sure and trying to control things that you shouldn't be controlling, with the Wheel of Fortune coming out for our last card. Look at that. The Emperor. Control issues. Let justice do its due diligence. Okay. And you got the Queen of Pentacles here. You're going to be fine. Everything's going to work out for the best for you. But I feel like right now, hands off. Hands off, hands off, hands off. You don't need to control anything because you might fuck some shit up. All right? That's what I got for you. All right, my last group here. Let's see. Are you in the wrong? No, you are not in the wrong. Someone is sacrificing you to save themselves, okay? Somebody's being selfish. Somebody's not thinking about you. Somebody's putting their feelings, their emotions before yourself. I feel like, although it's like they're throwing her off the balcony, I feel like somebody's throwing you under the rug, okay? So I do not think you are wrong in this situation. Let's see what this could apply to. What is this situation dealing with here? You got the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like somebody's I feel like this is old news, okay? I feel like you've grown up, you've manifested, maybe you're looking back too. So maybe somebody or something is trying to come back around and you're like, no thank you, and you're wondering, like, is that the right thing to do? And I feel like it's very much the right thing to do. I think you have bigger and better things coming towards you. I feel like been there, done that, got the ticket, don't want another prize. I don't think you have to explain yourself to anybody. You don't have to tell people why you know what it is that you know or how you got to where you got to, okay? I feel like too, if you were to do that, people would use that against you. You have the Six of Pentacles here. You are moving towards living a really, really good life, okay? Here's the thing. Be mindful of the company that you keep, because if people around you are dealing with or participating in shit that doesn't align with you, guilty by association, okay? Here's that judgment. Judgment's like, hey, wake up, wake up. These people that you're dealing with or these people that you're around, they don't have you in they don't have your best interest at hand. Think about those small microaggressions. When I see the Three of Swords, that also comes off as like little microaggressions of people doing little shit to you over and over again. And then finally, like, you've had enough, okay? Or finally, like, you've moved on, you've grown up from it. Also, too, you aren't wrong about judging somebody. If this isn't you necessarily, I feel like if you're on the outside looking in, you're not wrong about judging somebody. But here's the thing. If somebody doesn't want to listen to what it is that you have to say, they still want to be in the rat race, they still want to deal with the shit that they're dealing with, then you kind of got to let them do it. You're not wrong for trying to push somebody to a new start. I think you see the potential in someone, but here's the thing. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And I feel like that is the case here. Okay, let's get a little bit more about this Nine of Pentacles. You got the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups over here. Okay, but look, both of you guys are paying attention over here. The Queen of Cups is paying attention over here. So I think there's a lot of moving parts here. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of characters in this reading. A lot of main characters or people who are trying to be the main character. But ultimately, let me see here. What does this really have to do with all of these different people? Because you do have the Sun and Six of Pentacles. So you will have a solution to this problem, or you've already found a solution to this problem. Or perhaps somebody's trying to help you and you kind of like are too busy paying attention to something else. Now, you're not wrong, so let's see why. You got the Five of Cups here. I feel like you're not wrong because you've already seen the damage that somebody can do. I feel like maybe to the public, this person is this beautiful, passionate, emotional person. It could be like a celebrity or something in the public eye, but I feel like behind closed doors, you really know what it is. Also, too, maybe you're the one who does all the work in the background and somebody is taking your credit for it. You got the Nine of Wands here, so you're a little bit skeptical about them coming around again to ask for your help. This could be somebody that you've known for a very long time, and I feel like they still think you're just as you're just as easily able to be manipulated as you were before. I don't think that's true. This could be your parents, this could be family members, but I do feel like in this situation, you are not wrong to kind of be putting yourself first. Also, too, if you're not wanting to share or give or solve problems for people anymore, I feel like you're not wrong in that. I feel like you've done all that you can do in a situation, and somebody, maybe too, like you spoke up already. You told somebody, you warned someone. Like, it could be like you warned someone, hey, you're not going to be happy if you leave me, or you're not going to be happy in a relationship, or shit, straight up, somebody's not going to love you the way that I love you. And they didn't listen. And I feel like you kind of had to take that on the chin. You had to heal. You had to go. You had to be hurt, right? You had to be the one. And then here comes somebody else behind you trying to, oh no, they're gonna treat me good, they're gonna do right by me, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Ooh, the High Priestess. So I feel like you've been knew what was up. The High Priestess and the Queen of Cups is giving the same energy. It's like you know all the secrets, you already know, so just let that person suffer. There's nothing that you can do about it. If they're hurting someone else, if they're hurting themselves, if they are just kind of like keeping their distance from you, or they're in and out one moment, whatever, focus on yourself. The ultimate thing here to focus on is this Nine of Pentacles, this Sun, and this Six of Pentacles. Focus on yourself. Take the gifts that you're giving. Also, too, like I said, if you feel like somebody around you is participating or dealing with things that you wouldn't deal with or you don't agree with, then just because you're good and you're not, doing nothing, you're guilty by association. So are you wrong for separating yourself from somebody because you feel like they would never change? No. If that's not what it is, then I feel like this reading may not be for you, because that's kind of what the overall I'm getting. Now, this could also be, too, you are wanting to save someone from something, but they're not listening. You're not wrong. But at the end of the day, people are only going to do what they want to do. And after a while, they're going to kind of condense you from being this Nine of Pentacles who had...
I want ice cream.
People are going to condense you from being this Nine of Pentacles who, gives this advice and things like that to more of a Page of Swords, which is somebody who's kind of a little bit messy. Okay, so say what you need to say and keep it moving. Look at that Five of Swords. Also, too, somebody might throw you under the bus. So, just be mindful of, this could be like you warning a friend of some stuff that's going on, you bringing them some bad news that they didn't necessarily want to hear. You're not wrong, but I feel like this person may like turn against you, or they just may not understand it in the moment. So don't feel wrong for giving them that information, because you did what you were supposed to do. Okay, you listen to yourself. So however this resonates, there's a lot of different messages in here. Please take it. Let me know down below if it resonated with you. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.